Today I'm turning the MiniFreak into a full-on industrial machine. Think 9-inch nails, frontline assembly, Nitzer EBB, or Skinny Puppy. Let's go. Remember that cold sound from Pretty Hate Machine that everyone loved and still does today? The MiniFreak can absolutely tap into that vibe. You can easily channel that early 9-inch nails FM vibe, kind of like the iconic Prophet VS patch that Trent used all over the record and also live. Now, I'm not saying the MiniFreak is the Prophet VS, of course. Honestly, the VS is probably one of my favorite synth ever, but the MiniFreak gets surprisingly close, and in some ways, even further. Just check this out. All right, so let's make a patch that sounds like what Trent was using live. For that, I'm gonna use the wave shaper option on the oscillator 1. It sounds like this. I'm gonna add some distortion. Then we're gonna have the super unison option. Then I have the LFO1 modulating the timbre of the oscillator. Next, on oscillator 2, I'm going to use the phase filter. And then let's add some delay. In this case, it's really the phase filter that does all the job. Sounds really good. Another cool thing with the MiniFreak is that you can stack an FM oscillator with an analog oscillator. Well, virtual analog. Similar to what Nitzer EBB often did with their bass sounds. On tracks like Join in the Chant, they combined an SH101 with a DX7. Here I'll use the 2-operator FM oscillator along with the V analog one to craft an EBM style bass sound. Let's check it out. So this is one of my favorite patch that I designed on the MiniFreak. I called it NE Product. I'll let you figure out which band it is. What I used is a combination of FM and analog, like virtual analog. Let's see how they sound separately. This is just the virtual analog waveform. It's a sawtooth waveform. So there's an automation on the cutoff and the sequence. But what sounds good is when you bring in the second oscillator, which is FM, the 2-operator FM. This is where you get all the low end. Let's see how it sounds with a drum beat. This is from my pack 90s Industrial Drums. Really cool. I love this sound. When it comes to industrial, you really want unique sounds. Filters play a huge role in that. If you listen to recent Frontline Assembly records, you'll notice tons of filters automation. One of the coolest things about the MiniFreak is that you can actually use the second oscillator as a filter. You've got options like the multi-filter, surgeon filter, comb filter, phase filter, my favorite, and even the classic destroy filter. Let's have fun with the filters. The second oscillator used as a filter. I have this sound here called Zombie. I really like it. I called it Zombie because it reminds me of a remix Charlie Clouser did for Rob Zombie. Let me know if you know which one I'm talking about. So I already have a low-pass filter here. Classic low-pass filter. But let's add a surgeon filter. Let's try another type. Have a calm filter. Oh yeah, I love this one. Phase filter, this one's really cool. Then you have that classic frog destroy filter. Distortion is one of the core ingredients in industrial. You hear it on pretty much everything: drums, vocals, synths. And the MiniFreak's distortion sounds actually pretty good. But why stop at one when you can stack two? Sounds so good, so let's turn off the second distortion and just have one. It sounds good. But I want more distortion, right? And by holding shift and turn this knob here, I can choose different type of distortion. I like fold distortion. And we can even add the tricks that we used earlier and use the second oscillator as a filter. So I'm going to use the phase filter here, my favorite. I can't talk about the MiniFreak without mentioning the sequencer and the arpeggiator. Honestly, it's probably one of the best I've ever used on a synth. When I'm sound designing, I always start with the sequencer. The touch-sensitive buttons make programming super fast, and the spice feature adds some variations and creative randomizations. And the software editor makes tweaking everything much easier afterwards if you're designing on the hardware. I have this sequence here. Let's make it more interesting by cutting off some of the notes. Then, like I said, you have that spice option here. That makes it like random. I also have this sequence here that I created. Careful not to blow up your speakers. I use both distortion also, just like the trick before. First one is the classic distortion, second one is the dual fold. Let's spice it up with the spice option. That's maybe a bit too much. All the sounds that you heard in this video are available on my website and on my Patreon. Links are in the description. Thanks for watching. Stay industrial. Ciao.